Hello, everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming. I'm your Dungeon Master, Michael. And we have an exciting session in store for you tonight, but before we get into all that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group that creates goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com. If typing in that many characters is too much work for you, in our Twitch chat we have a nifty little command, !midnight, which will give you a clickable link along with all the information that I just said. You can also listen to their music on Spotify, watch their music videos on YouTube, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. Although we prefer you don't play it right now because we have a story that we want you to be part of. So, thank you, Midnight Syndicate. Great time. We have artwork.
We too.
Oh, look at all this, like these wonderful bust character portraits, which were all made and colored by Jeremiah, who is Rosad, currently in this campaign. You can commission him by joining our Discord. It's lichsouls.com/discord or !discord in our Twitch chat for a clickable link if that's too much work for you. lichsouls.com/discord, and you can message him, be like, hey, I have this really cool character, but I want to see artwork of this character. Well, can I pay you monies and you make this character? And he'd be like, sure. It's Slimy Rice on Discord, by the way. But yeah, nifty stuff there. And just because we don't have a advertisement video for it, don't forget that we have our dice sponsor, Only Crits. They offer your, resin dice, metal dice, gemstone dice. Command ! Only Crits in our Twitch chat for a clickable link to that. You can use the code LichSouls at checkout for a discount. Pretty cool. Yes, amazing dice website. I love dice. I love gemstone dice specifically, especially dice made of opalite. Those tend to be my favorite ones. Then they have not killed anybody at all at any given point in time. That is for sure. Yes.
I don't know. Have you killed someone with dice?
He definitely killed somebody with dice.
If you throw them hard enough, I'm sure you could.
Hold on.
Right. He rolled a lot of dice.
We're having technical issues here. My audio just went out.
Oh. Guess we didn't need to comment on that.
Stream hear us right now?
And we're back.
Okay.
Amazing. So yeah, everybody, how about we just play some Dungeons and Dragons?
I mean, we could do that. Sure, why not? That's what we're here for.
Absolutely. So everybody go ahead and grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table and we begin tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week in his very own words, a man of few words, but many at this moment. Take it away, Renatus.
I was knocked unconscious during our previous fight and did not know the condition of my other party members. After I came to, it was revealed that some of our members had perished, but were brought back to life through some mysterious deal. Unfortunately, Diablo was not one of them. It was revealed to us that Valerie was not all they had claimed to be, as they had reverted to their changeling form and began to panic, shifting between various appearances. Emlyn had wrapped Diablo's body for transport, and in the midst of all the chaos, we realized that Professor Leorkin was missing. We scavenged the bodies of the fallen dwarves for supplies, including gold, emeralds, and weapons, and recovered what left. We then continued on our way toward Lemo Woods. I think I pronounced that right. We arrived in the city of Allerman, where we met a vendor selling exotic animals, and a temple priest who was unfortunately unable to revive Diablo. So we decided to send his body to the Sangesian Empire as last wish. Later, we headed to a tavern. What? That is what the journal says, so don't at me. That is word for word what the journal says. Anyway. Later, we headed to a tavern where the tiefling proprietor served us magical cocktails that granted us all unique effects. After we had all settled in for a long rest, Crom was kidnapped by a shadowy figure, leading us on a chase through the city. We eventually caught up to the rogue, whose name was Razad, who revealed he was working for someone tied to the Zerexan Empire. He agreed to guide us to the ruins toward the south. We then returned to the inn where I agreed to stand guard and keep an eye on him. But as we were arriving back to the inn, a set of strange mushrooms grew up on a tree in the form of a face and called to Naoki to return back to the...
Thank you so much. And that is where we last off with a face growing and forming out of mushrooms, quickly saying to Naoki that he picked up on his the voices he picked up on his presence nearby from the network, and Naoki needs to return home to the grove nearby in the forest at his earliest opportunity. With that, the mushrooms begin to shrivel and die. They fall off the log. And with that, what would you like to do?
Sorry, did something go wrong with me? Did I like eat something bad, before I came back from the dead, or did those mushrooms just talk to us?
Yes, they did. Well, I guess I have to make a trip home real quick.
Okay, well, it's late. We have not slept. We're going to take this, our new friend, and then is your home on the way to where we're going? Or?
It's nearby here.
Okay. Well, if you don't think it's going to be safe to journey there directly, we should go back and collect our things we did leave in a hurry.
After all we've been through, we probably should.
Yes. Good. Renatus, just remember, you're going to babysit our new friend.
Close watch.
Yes. The one thing you need to know, you may need to sleep. Renatus does not. Though sometimes he doesn't call out for help when he's in danger. I probably shouldn't have said that part out loud, but that's okay.
That fucking figures. Of course, you guys got some bullshit where you can keep a watch on my every move. They never tell us. They never tell us everything.
Yes. Well, honestly, now that my fan has a taste of your blood, I'll be able to track you anywhere you go.
Uh-huh.
Valerie keeps a straight face. I can't.
All right. All right, can you track this? He holds his hand behind his back.
You're giving me the middle finger?
You're a smart one.
I've been a little bit of an asshole here and there.
So is the party heading back to the inn?
Yep.
All right. So the party heads back to the Shadowed Grove.
Yes, we do.
Establishment ran by Lunestra, the pink tiefling, who is a magi mixologist.
I love that so much.
And are you staying for the rest of the night, or are you going in the morning, or are you leaving now?
I think we hadn't finished our long rest. We were just like settling down, so.
Okay. So are you going to try to finish your long rest?
Yes.
Sounds good. Where is Rosad sleeping?
I'd assume in whatever individual room that Renatus was in.
Yeah.
Very well. And soon enough, the party awakens the next morning, bright and early in the city of Alarman. The city begins to wake up as well with all sorts of sounds of people going about their daily business.
Everybody's long resting.
So the whole time, the way that Rosad would have slept would have been like back against the wall, looking directly at Renatus.
Oh.
Oh. Whoa.
But yeah, he wakes up and dusts himself off, and then goes to push himself out the door.
Where do you think you're going?
It's the morning. When are we leaving in the morning?
So it is.
So do they they pay you to hit things or something? Is that what's going on here?
Renatus doesn't respond.
They obviously don't pay you to speak.
Well, if he got paid by the word, he'd be in real trouble.
Yep.
Sorry. Feel like I burned a really good line for Valerie.
So yeah, he pushes out of the door and I don't know, maybe runs into anybody who's also waking up.
I'm assuming Cram was up first because he doesn't sleep either.
He sleeps for like 6 hours. Activated.
He just goes in like a power off mode.
I was gonna say, does he have to
mode.
like find a special charging station? No.
He's solar powered.
Yeah. Okay. A little anti-solar power. He's lunar powered.
Photosynthesis, that's what I run off.
Photosynthesis. Like this.
Just T poses.
What the fuck?
Good morning. What was your name again? Zorad?
Rosad.
Rosad, I know I'm being a bitch.
At least she's honest.
I love it.
So, before we head out and do some dangerous stuff, let's get some breakfast, huh? I'm sure you're a little bit hungry.
Well, since I'm doing you the service of being your great tour guide, I'm assuming you're going to pay for me, right?
Yes, of course. That's what Talia's for. She's the money.
I gotta pay for this bitch.
She's the money.
Bitch, I'm not the one who shot a guy in the ankle.
I didn't need to. I wouldn't have needed to shoot you in the ankle if you weren't taking my fucking friend.
Oh, my.
I gave him back.
This is going to be a very...
Only because I shot you in the ankle.
Yes.
You see, that's what do they call it? That's a correlation, not causation.
Blah, 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 blah. Womp, womp, bro.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
All right, while he's still in the hallway, he lights up his morning cigarette.
That's his food. There we go.
It's okay.
This is an appetizer.
I'm sure they have some kind of elvish bread here that can keep you fed for a while.
If he really needs to eat, I can give him a good berry.
No, it's okay. We'll have breakfast. That's what we do. I mean,
Walking
we're going out in the trip.
downstairs into
Yes,
the
thank you.
main area, the Shadowed Grove. Tending the bar this morning is a tabaxi that has black shiny fur with these bright green eyes, that of a panther. And as you all like come down, sit down, he's like polishing a cup, kind of cleaning up, getting everything set up for the morning. He looks at all of you. Hi.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm great.
I'll
What
just say.
can I get for? He's like taking a big old stretch for all of you today.
Oh my god.
We are looking for a breakfast before we head out on the road.
Oh yeah, we got some of that. But like, do you all want?
Is there like, is it like a menu or is it just, you know, dealer's choice?
Like menu.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want the menu? Give me one
I mean,
second.
yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Is there
like,
does Ernesto sleep in the mornings or?
She kind of, yeah. She like sleeps.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, of course.
So anyway, here are the menus. He like uses one finger to slide the menu across the counter just far enough where you have to uncomfortably reach for it. So on the menu for this morning, they're selling kind of a mixed fruit bowl with some locally sourced flowers, berries, stuff foraged from the woods, that sort of thing. For those who are vegetarians, there are slabs of grilled like meat as well. Like there's a ham steak, that sort of thing, and also like your like pastries as well.
No, like fresh spiders or.
We're kind of like a normal tavern during the day, like.
Okay, of course. And she looks at Emily and saying, "I'm sorry. I know you like kind of weird stuff, but it's okay."
You mind if I get one of those ham steaks? And do you guys got a lemon that I can have?
Yeah, we are a bar too. We have lemons.
Sorry, what would you want a lemon with breakfast?
The fuck else? Eat. I eat lemons. Is that weird?
You just eat lemons by themselves?
It's a little sour.
Yeah, do you like put some honey on it, or I once there was this thing that a friend of mine gave me that if you ate it first, it make everything sour taste sweet.
No, it's a
like
it's a goblin thing.
Is it a goblin thing? I've never heard of that, but I've only met one goblin and he was weird. So maybe.
I mean, I never saw Daka eat any lemons.
I don't know. He was pretty sour.
Yeah, little sidebar. Daka did at one point say that he enjoyed sour muffins instead of sweet ones.
He did say that. So
Yeah.
like we also have baked goods, mostly berries this time of year.
Who cooks the food?
I'm sorry, that's an establishment secret.
Does it like cook itself magically?
With your menu, would you also like a dictionary?
No, I don't need to know.
Yeah, exactly. right.
Yeah. Okay, I know the definition of sarcasm. It's okay.
Yeah, he's calling you a dumbass.
I'm so glad that we are on the same page. So for all of your meals, that will be 2 silver.
2 silver altogether? Okay, yes, of course. Valerie pulls 2 silver out and pays for it.
Thank you. He takes the 2 silver, and a few moments later, your breakfast comes out. Is there anything that you would like to do while you're eating it, or do you want to go ahead and...
Rosad, while he's eating his breakfast, he takes little bits and pieces of the ham steak, but when he gets to the lemon, he takes out a dagger and he cuts the skin off and eats the skin first, and then the inside of the lemon.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Interesting.
as a person who can eat an entire, inside of a lemon, I've never considered eating the skin, so... And I know that makes me sound insane,
Honestly, lemon
And if
zest
that's
in, like, a baked
understandable.
good is delicious.
but oh no,
So,
lemon zest used in things. You don't eat the white bit because
The
it's
pith.
bitter. You don't eat you just eat the zest, not the yeah.
Rosad is a path forger. I don't.
Yeah, he's definitely forging a path to an ass whooping.
Anyway,
The
Maybe
only
the
goblinoid you
indigestion,
guys have
too.
had was goblinoid aristocracy. Sorry, you guys have had a fancy goblin. This isn't a fancy goblin.
this is one of those common
Yeah.
folk goblins.
I mean,
A porblin.
He's a hobgoblin. Technically, he's like a higher level.
He's just bigger.
A goblin that isn't careful, that'll shoot him in the ankle again if he's.
To say, he did not want to get on Talia's bad side. Like there is legit rage.
Let's all remember.
He's a little
that
grumpy in the
there was a
morning.
time when Talia talked shit and she got straight up like stunned and knocked on her ass almost immediately.
That's by like a high level NPC from the last campaign, right? She didn't know who she was messing with.
No, she did not.
Yeah.
I had to get carried out.
Yeah, honestly, it's for the best. Anyways, let's get back in character. So, just sorry. Does the outer rind taste better, or just
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, you want to try a piece?
I
mean, I feel like you've had a lemon before, but you folk tend to not like lemons. Not the way I do.
sorry if you folk. Is there something specific you're implying by that?
Non-goblinoids. I kind of said it earlier.
Okay. I mean, you're kind of dealing with a tiefling, a human, a half-elf, and a robot, so... And we don't really know what Renatus is.
Looks like a dead guy.
I mean, from a matter of perspective, we're all just waiting to be dead.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. You just do you. Honestly, this is quite the experience. I look forward to having a conversation with Daka about this. So.
I don't think Daka's coming back anytime soon.
Oh yeah, but we might see him again. I mean,
Who's
I do
Daka?
hope so.
Daka was the. Were you not? Was Daka not in like?
You
the same
definitely met
location as
Daka.
you? Like you met
Daka helped save
He
you.
was there. Yeah, he was the little weird goblin who spoke in an unnaturally high voice.
But we did hide quite a
Oh.
lot.
Yes.
Yeah, he pulled the broken bits of our old friend to try and put him back together again with all the king's horses and all the king's men.
I remember.
Yes.
Is
I
there
feel like-
anything that the party would like to do to prepare for the journey ahead before you leave the city?
I'm assuming we're going to collect our two surviving horses.
Sure.
And we probably should buy some more rations, right?
I mean,
Where's the
should we purchase another cart? Do we have enough money to do that? How much do the cart and horses cost? Is it worth having our cart and horses?
So having horses with a cart is not faster for the party.
No.
It is good for traveling as a group and like having everybody one setting. Like
Yeah.
you're able to go longer without facing exhaustion. But in terms of like traveling speed, it actually could be harder to travel with a cart, especially if you're going into the woods, which you
Well,
are.
I was thinking we can take two horses that can act as. Is this the kind of force based on if we talk to the locals that would be worth us stabling our horses until we return?
A cart is 15 gold though, if you wanted to
Yeah.
get a cart.
I think we're probably fine. Now that I think
Yeah.
about it. I mean, the locals are saying it's not good cart territory, so unless Cram, you want to trade more goods at the next location, but we're going somewhere dangerous, so probably.
I think I'll be okay this time round. Naoki, whereabouts is this grove of yours that we're going to? How many days travel?
It's definitely deep into the forest, so it's going to be about I'd say 3 to 4 days.
Are you 100% sure you know where it is?
Mostly.
It's a question for you because you came up with that timeline very quickly without considering it. Were you entirely sober the last time you traveled? And do you want to consider, in a more vague way, thinking back in your memory specifically how long it might be so we don't set ourselves through a 4-day travel?
Maybe pack a week's worth.
You know, if you want a real recommendation, I'd suggest stocking up on any healing potions and elixirs because we're going into that ruin, and that place is a shit show.
Healing potions tend to be quite expensive, and we did lose most of our gold to the what do you say? The astral realm, the astral plane.
Whatever the fuck that means, but sure. I would scrounge up whatever you have left, and maybe spend it on healing potions because unless you value your lives a little bit less than whatever gold's in your pockets.
Well, I always wanted to die rich. Does anyone have enough money that they would want to spend on healing potions or potentially new weapons, things like that before we go? Somebody who maybe, shocked the entire party in a card game, looks at Talia.
I did spend a lot of that money, you remember, on a cloak.
Right.
I mean,
That money
you
is
can peruse-
mine.
I think all of that money is hers. She's the one who won it.
I also have a little gold if need be.
Yes. I managed to rebuild the party funds from what was left of what Diablo was carrying as well, but that's not much altogether. So we can take a look. I mean, we can quickly look for maybe a few healing potions to keep us alive. And are you happy with the short swords, or were you looking to potentially?
I think I'm gonna look for a new longsword. Yes.
Of course. Or you could get your new one fixed with other ores, like I suggested, and have like.
Yeah.
But then
Is there a forge?
And if anyone needs any rations, I'm happy to spare some coinage, so you can get some. Yeah.
So we can't go more than 2 sessions without shopping. So.
Shopping.
Shopping.
Oh, we're gonna make this the quickest shopping session ever.
Yeah. Okay. So can we do this like really quick, auction style?
So as you're roaming the streets, looking for shops to get, you're looking for potions, you're looking for weapons. You stumble across this interesting looking building that seems to not be completely leveled with itself. The bricks that make up its foundation and its walls kind of have a zigzag look to them, and it seems to be leaning heavily to one side as it does so. A few of the windows are boarded up. There is places where it all just looks crooked and like it shouldn't be able to stand, but yet it does. And it is labeled as a general store.
Ooh.
I mean, it looks like it's generally about to fall over.
It's
called Gregel's General Goods.
Gregel's
General Goods.
What a name.
To say, do you think it's
HEG.
It looks like it's been like this for a long time. I mean, I don't know enough about the structure, but I wonder when it's going to collapse. We should shop quickly.
Yes, definitely. Let's go in. Let's go.
There's
Quick
a
shop.
sound of a bell as the door opens up and closes. And the first thing you get when you walk in is the smell of like wet paper.
Mm.
Looking throughout the entire building, there is a plethora of stacked items, shelves where just things are crammed into every nook and cranny that I could possibly find, books towering to the ceiling that seem to that might fall over the slightest shake or tremor of somebody walking by. There is a fireplace where the flame is just very dimly lit. There's just ashes stacked up where it has not been cleaned out in a very long time. You can't quite see directly ahead of you because it's the path of when you walk forward is very tight where you have to walk single file and you're kind of like squeezing between items where there's a worry that this is definitely a fire hazard. But there is a wide array of items here of all types.
Places. I feel like you could just take anything and they wouldn't even notice.
I suspect that if you tried to take anything, everything would fall up all over on you. This is the kind of place that you require the mastermind behind this organizational system to find what you're looking for.
It's a little tight in this aisle.
Well, I mean, that's because you're so wide. Your big muscle shoulders.
I mean, you could always turn into a spider and get around that way.
You could turn into a bookworm.
I could, but I feel like it's a little bit of a waste.
I mean, has it ever been useful? You wouldn't let us turn you into something small we could throw over that chasm, despite we had the long conversation that you didn't say much in.
Ah. So do we find anything, or is it just all a bunch of garbage?
So as you're walking by, Valerie, there is a stack of books that kind of like get stacked out in an arc and then continue on up. So there's a space between them. And as you're like looking through, you see an eye staring right at you through this hole in the books. Oh, hello. Don't be nervous to be in my store. I am Gregor. Stepping out is a man. I've been standing about 4'5", long pointy ears with a kind of salt and pepper, black and white spotted fur, that of a rabbit. Some of you would recognize this race as a herringon. And he kind of like jumps out from behind a pile and in front of all of you. He has this long top hat that his ears come out of, a patchwork cloak of very bright colors, things that are like, you notice a polka dot pattern here. Just very gaudy overall, but hobo gaudy.
Yes.
Okay, that's the best way to put it. How can I help you? Welcome to my store. We have a number of things here. We have over here, we have the books. We have the, what kind of books are you looking for? I imagine that you're a reader. Are you a smut reader? Oh, that's very naughty. But I do have the books that you're looking for. If you just want to go over to the pattern.
Sorry, do you happen to have like a
wide variety of what?
Do you have a companion of what kind of genres you cover with the never mind. We're here for potions and a sword. A sword. We're not here for smut.
Don't be ridiculous. You don't need a sword. It's dangerous to go alone. You should take one with you.
Yeah, I don't know, but my friend, look at her sword. It was devoured by some kind of rust monster.
Rusty bitch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One smut, please, in the chat.
Yes. If you look, he goes over to a barrel and like pushes a number of items aside, like this whole suit of armor just like clatters on the floor. I'll clean that up later. And then he like pulls out from a barrel that's just a number of weapons of all sorts of types. Pulls out a standard longsword. It has no magical properties that you can tell from it. And he's just, I have this. It's nothing special. It's made by a dwarven smith to the north. But it should get the job done.
How much you looking for it, good sir?
How much? How much? This is a wonderful sword. It's made by a great dwarven smith from the north. Don't you know what I'm talking about? Some say it's even lucky. It brings good luck. And he like
did-
pulls off a skeletal hand after the hilt. Not to its previous owner. Don't worry about that.
That's gonna say he's probably the rest of the skeleton jester that we found.
Are you looking for skeletons? Because I might know. Are you cops?
Well, to say, I believe my friend here, who's been quiet today, might be interested in skeletons, but we'll discuss that when we come back next time.
I think we already have enough
Absolutely.
skeletons.
Oh, you look like you have many skeletons in your closet. Anyway, do you want the sword?
Yes.
Yes, so for a long sword, that is going to be 15 gold pieces.
Would you take the rusty
I will
sword to
also
reduce that
I will
price?
also take in exchange 150 silver or 1 platinum and 5 gold.
This
Or what
Isn't
is like
that-
100 copper if you're counting.
I mean, what about would you take the
Exchange.
the sword to the rusty sword, which you could suggest is the
Limited
the
edition.
the sword of the
Limited
Swiss sword.
edition? Is it signed by the author?
It's signed by me.
Is it actual?
No. But
It is now.
I can offer you this sword for 15 gold pieces, or 1,000 copper and 50 silver, or
How much electron?
I'm not doing that math.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I'll take it. Why not? Fine.
Absolutely. Do you want me to put a gift bow on that?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's about make a wonderful present for your 3-year-old daughter that I'm sure you have waiting for you back home.
No.
Her daughter's actually a son, and he's a dragon.
sword
Oh,
fighting
yes.
style.
Dragon children. You know, I had once had a cousin that lived in Railroom. Lovely person. Found a wonderful spouse that anyway, where am I? Anyway, is there anything else I can help you with today?
We're looking at potions of the healing variety, if you have those.
Yes, I can help you with that. So
And
kind of
one
like
slot.
pushing stuff aside, just like navigating through, opens up a chest, starts throwing items back, and pulls out a rubber chicken. Oh, not that, but very funny to throw at people. And he continues and he goes, oh yes, so this ointment will help you with your healing that you need. Just rub it on the affected area, and there you go, erections in no time.
Oh dear.
This is what you needed, right? It's a wonderful ointment. It's made by herbs locally sourced, of course.
quickly does it-
Non-GMO.
Not
How
not
quickly does it
exactly.
work? Is there like a specific timeline? I'm just trying to think of the efficacy of. Like, do you have to rub it on the affected area, or can you like rub it on somebody's
It's
neck
looking
in
about 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes? But does it like if you like were to rub some in somebody's neck as you walk past, would it work?
I said in the affected area.
Okay, so you've got to. It's a little bit more awkward.
I call it VIMS. Was there something else that you had in mind?
Well, it's more meaning like the kind of potion that you drink and it restores your vitality magically.
Oh yes, I have that over here. I have and he goes to like a glass case, wading through stacks of papers to do so. And there's a number of bottles that are like this, like there's all sorts of fingerprints on this glass pane of the cabinet. Needs to be cleaned, but there's a number of bottles containing red liquid inside that kind of has this like slight sheen to it. Gives off a very, very faint light. How many do you need?
How much is the going price for it? The potions you have.
These are very important potions. They restore vitality, as one might say. You drink it, and you know, if you are dying or you have a small paper cut in a very unfortunate area, to get rid of that too.
I suppose you could use that with the salve together.
I mean, if you wanted to go for round 2, sure.
Oh my.
It's
But I prefer just a cup of coffee.
But
Right.
yes, the potions of healing. How much are they going for? Just because we need to.
The potions of healing are going for 30 gold apiece.
Damn.
Have you got any other kind of potions in there?
What kind of potions are you looking for, weird man made of wood?
And how much was the salve? Just out of curiosity.
The salve,
I need-
that is 1 gold piece.
Okay. Yeah, I'll buy that.
Very
I was just
well.
curious.
Now, do you want this gift, Russ? I heard it's a very romantic season coming up. Maybe for someone special.
Yes, I'll take a gift wrap. Yeah, is that more? Or...
No, it's completely complimentary.
Okay, and maybe some of the smuts on the side, but we will work that out with the people healing it. So
11 silver.
11 silver. Okay, good. Okay, surprise me.
So he gives you the ointment and he gives you a paperback copy of Step Orc. What are you doing? And how many of the potions would you want?
1 for me. I'm paying it out of my pockets.
30 gold.
All right. Pulls out 3 platinum.
I'll take 2.
60 gold.
This is a freaking hell of a day. We just check my inventory here. You said it's 30 gold?
For 1 potion.
Do we know if that's like the normal asking price?
Make
it's
a
pretty
wisdom
good,
check.
actually. As
1 second.
Is it just standard healing potions?
Yes. 2d4
Yeah.
or what? Didn't those go up?
I don't think healing potions.
You don't know
I
much
didn't know
about
shit.
economics. You didn't go to college.
Oof.
You're not Valerie. You don't know this stuff.
Oh, wait, I would have wrote that with disadvantage anyway.
It's actually a good price. He's giving us a deal, but that's out of character.
A major consideration when it comes to potions is also like how close are you to a manufacturer of them as well. Some places don't have that kind of availability, so the price can go up.
Yeah. Does anybody not have a potion of healing? I'm gonna ask this out of character. Does somebody not have a potion of healing and doesn't have the money that they could afford to buy one?
I would have like very little money left if I buy this, which is really annoying.
You know, the last customer who told me that they don't have that much money to buy one, but they had just enough money to buy one, they died. And do you know what they died with? All of that money.
So just a question for both of you. Do you have enough money to buy a potion or do you not?
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
You're just...
I am my potion.
All right, I will also buy a potion.
I'll buy a potion as well then. Fine.
And
Luckily
Valerie will
for
buy
you,
one
if you buy 6 potions, you get 1 free.
Valerie's going to buy another one out of the party funds.
So you'll get an extra potion.
Okay, so we'll get 2. Cool.
And he'll take out a little cardstock card and he'll punch a hole through it. You need to buy 5 more potions on your next visit to get your next potion for free.
Okay.
Nice.
So we got 30 less gold in the party funds. And Valerie keeps a potion for herself and she gives one to Emmeline. And I'm sure some conversation would happen, but we're not going to. Adding a potion to the inventory of this character.
Excuse me, Gregor. Do you have anything strong? You know, strong kind of alcohol.
Are you trying to get
I feel like I'm
drunk
gonna need it for this one.
I'm actually a prohibitionist. I don't believe in the devils of alcohol drinking. One moment, and you'll take out a little metal box, and there's like some of this like purple powder in there. Take a little spoon and stick it up to his nostril and take a deep inhale. Now, what were you saying?
Not a big fan of alcohol.
We do this in front of everybody?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be funnier if he did.
Yeah.
No, he
Well.
totally did. I just said no.
Does it look familiar, at least, what he just did?
Make a medicine check.
Medicine. Okay.
Ooh, can I have some?
That's an 18.
18. So this is definitely a type of extracurricular activity that you could be doing. This specific one is made of a ground up root that has been dried.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think Naoki wants to buy some.
Possibly.
I mean, he just makes like kind of a disgusted look at the man, but he doesn't say anything out loud.
Razad.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was asking.
Oh yeah, Rosad does at the clerk or the guy that owns this place. After doing that powder.
Maybe I won't, after all.
So is there anything else I can get for you?
I think we might come back and visit it. Does your selection change at all?
I have all kinds of things here. You just have to come and keep shopping from time to time.
Of course, of course. You're not concerned about the books falling over. You seem to have a system here, eh?
No, I definitely know where everything is. As long as somebody does not come in here themselves and starts moving things, I know where everything is.
Oh, so your greatest bane would be some mischievous person messing with your collection. It doesn't make sense. I mean,
Sometimes the fairies come in and they move things in the dead of night.
the fairies are sorry. The fairies. The fairies in the city.
Sometimes they
Oh.
don't come from the city. That would be
Do they-
ridiculous.
You don't happen to have like a gateway to the Fae in this store by any chance? That you've maybe misplaced? Let's just say, if there is,
No, I
you
do
don't have
not know how to get to the Feywilds, and if I did know how to get to the Feywilds, I would not be sharing it with you.
It's okay. I can keep a secret, but we'll talk about it. And I'll maybe be trading this book for another one or purchasing another. Hopefully it's as good as your recommendation.
Have you got
all
any?
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Take this out.
Did you want something, Josh?
Can I get some vials or files? You know, like little glass vials.
Oh yes, I can get you some of those.
Thanks.
The price of a vial is, oh my god,
Tubes
No
and
way.
vials.
it's 1 gold piece of vial.
That's
Jesus.
horrible.
That's terrible.
I mean, I'll take 4. I feel like I'm
that's
scammed
what
there.
it says.
You should probably
How
get some
much-
like more like water.
It says 1 GP.
How much do they hold?
1 dose per vial.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast. Glass making is not that expensive, or no one would.
Well, the way
yeah,
I
I'll-
imagine it are the vials need to hold like anything for like magically infused liquids. So, it holds up to 4 ounces per vial, but 4 ounces is 1 dose.
Okay, I've bought 4 of them and I've handed 4 gold over.
They're probably also really sturdy too. So
Well, that's the whole thing. They have to hold like insanely
Yeah.
powerful liquids from time to time.
okay. Anyone
We're
else?
doing shopping.
I think so. We'll retrieve the horses and let's follow Razad's lead.
I thought you was going to the grove first.
Whoa.
I'm so confused. I
What?
thought you were going to the grove. No?
What the fuck, OBS? What the hell was that? I have no idea what you're saying.
Can you please click that?
Oh god.
Oh God.
OBS,
Yes,
are you okay?
You guys said that you were going to go to
The
Grove first. So,
But we're
yeah.
gonna grab the horses, and I think it'll be Emmeline and Renatus on the horses that we still have.
Whatever you.
And then
If anyone did not notice, Renatus went into hyper zoom mode for a second for no reason.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was just like full on face cam. There's. Moving on. Trying to figure out what to call that cream in my inventory.
I told you
Not
in the
three.
chat.
I'm assuming it has an. I forgot what the official name of it. What was it again?
The official name of what?
it was like Vims, wasn't it?
What?
One sec. So the cream.
He didn't have a name for it.
I thought
Okay.
you said Vims.
Oh, thems. Yeah, he called it thems.
Yeah. Thems. Okay. Move it along. Off to the grove, following Naoki's lead.
This might not be the best decision.
Well, I mean, you're the only one who can lead the way. Do you want to point out on the map where it is, so we can, or is it a secret and we have to follow your?
You know, I don't want to assume this guy doesn't look like he reads maps.
What would that assumption come from? I mean, a city kid would likely not read maps, but somebody of the wilds would. You know how to read maps, right?
Um,
Can you point?
Sometimes.
Out where are we right now on the map? Point it out for me.
we're in Voltracia.
You're wrong.
I don't think Naoki can read.
You know, sometimes, you can make an ass out of yourself by assuming,
Yeah,
but I didn't.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Sass, let's get moving. Lead the way through your natural himbo intuition.
He probably knows the
Okay.
way there.
Sort of. It's in the back of my mind, I promise.
I'm gonna die.
Bring it to the front. That's all we need.
Yeah. Again, that's why I mentioned, were you drunk when you did this? Do you need to be drunk to find your way back?
Actually, that might be a good idea.
Oh no. Oh no.
Seems to me you're just finding excuses now. I
Okay,
think we
look.
need to have an intervention soon.
Look, I don't want to go.
Oh.
You don't want to go home?
No.
I mean, right now I'd love to go back home.
For me, going home is really constricting.
At least you have a home.
I mean, I have a home. I just never brought any of you there. We literally stayed in an inn in the city I lived in.
I've never been to a grove. Do I have to bow to the king?
You don't have to bow, but, you just kind of have to not be a ruckus. If they'll even let you in, I'm not sure.
Oh,
Sometimes sometimes I think the forest will overgrow if it's not. They don't want you in, the forest will just kind of grow around you and obscure the path.
Surely if they don't want anyone in, it'd be Rizard.
Hopefully they don't want me in.
Why? Why wouldn't the Grove want me? What's wrong with me?
I mean, you're very
Have you heard yourself?
fiery.
Oh yeah, I hear myself all the time. It's the greatest thing ever.
Oh, that ego is massive.
The party begins to leave the city of Allerman and venture southward into the Moldwood. Naoki, can I get a survival check, please?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, hold on. It like froze.
Can I help with that in any way? Not that I'd know how.
I'm
'Cause I don't
first of
really
all,
know
I
the
should say
way.
that you can't because you don't know the way to the Grove.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Ten.
Oof.
Okay. And soon enough,
Yeah.
the party begins to head into the Moldwood with Naoki leading the way.
We go some direction. Hopefully the right direction.
The majority of the Moldwood is that of a deciduous forest. Trees with broad leaves on them rather than that of like the pine variety, coniferous trees. Thick underbrush, because you are no longer walking along a path between cities. Roads from merchants and travelers alike walking the same path, trotting down the forest, creating that road that you seem to be normally traveling on. It takes you beyond the path into the forest, going deeper within. There are briar bushes that you have to like navigate your way through, using your sword or your bow to kind of pull branches back out of your way so it doesn't get snagged on your clothes. There is a sound of a variety of insects buzzing in your ears as you do this. You see the skittering of wildlife through the leaves. Speaking of which, the trees themselves are that of golds, reds, and oranges, as you are in the prime of autumn at this point. There's a bit of a cold crisp to the air as you're still in the early morning of the day.
It's. I think I've seen that tree before.
You think?
Yes, we passed it 10 minutes ago. That's where you saw it.
Pretty sure we've been going straight. I mean, there's no horse or people tracks ahead of us.
See, that's the thing about this forest, that it always obscures the path.
I mean, all the trees look the same to me anyway, so.
I'm sure it's somewhere around here.
Do you actually know anywhere of where we are going?
See, I know, but I don't know if that makes any sense. I have a general direction.
We're gonna get lost. We're gonna die.
Could we give a little bit of positive reinforcement here? It's not the best way to approach it. I keep, telling him he's going to get lost. He found his way from there to where he is. He can find his way back.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, aren't you a bit of a magic lot? You can wiggle your fingers, do a bunch of hocus pocus bullshit, and get us there fast, right?
Not with the Grove.
It's like a very specific kind of magic, and you have to be prepared for that. We're more prepared for, being betrayed by people who like to throw daggers.
Good thing nobody here likes to throw daggers.
No, I mean, do you just do it for fun, or no? I guess you don't like to throw them.
No, I love to throw them.
Okay. Yeah, and our quiet friend here, she's mostly focused on. Well, we'll not talk about that. We'll let her have her own moment. But yeah.
Could I try use Druidcraft to maybe find a way?
Can you put the effects of Druidcraft into the chat, please?
I mean, you whisper to the spirits of nature.
Mm-hmm.
Which allows you to do what? Normally that's the important part.
Here you go.
You create one of the following effects within range. Weather sensor.
See, you can tell what the weather is.
You can make a flower blossom. You can create a harmless sensory effect. You can light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a campfire. But nothing about getting a sense of direction.
Though you could put out Rosette cigarette.
Or light it.
I mean, I feel like if you light it, it might anger the trees a little bit.
He always has a cigarette lit.
For the majority of the day, you all are wandering through the woods.
Into the woods.
Naoki seems to have an idea of where he's going at times, and others he seems to be lost in the clouds. And soon enough, night begins to fall.
I think we should probably stop for today.
Well, we should find a safe location. Talia, could you seek out a good camp location as a resident woman of the wild?
Can I look around just this place to see if I can figure out whether it's sort of safe enough to just have us stay there? Is there anything I can roll to do that?
Go ahead and roll survival check.
Survival. Cool, yeah.
Well, in the sky.
You find a decent clearing where you feel like you can make a small camp. There's a chance that if you were to light a campfire beyond coals or embers, it might start a forest fire, though.
Right. Are you lot cold? Do we need fire, or do you just want to lay and sleep?
I mean,
I can create a little bit of a dome, but I don't know if that'll do anything.
Can anyone create light with just their hands? It doesn't cause a forest fire.
Light cantrip.
Yeah. Evelyn does have the light cantrip, so would light not attract edibles, things like that? Do we need light? For people who can't see, I suppose.
If we take turns watch, then we should be okay, right?
I can't watch without light. I would be of use.
I don't understand that. Shouldn't you have a dark vision mode?
It seems my creator overlooked that part.
Well, you just haven't unlocked the feature.
Or I was built for the inside.
Oh, I forgot that I can use the power of the gloaming court to kind of obscure us a little better.
Well, that's good, but I just heard thunder, so...
Ah, shit.
It was quiet enough in the distance. And now it's raining.
Oh, no.
Valerie looks like a wet cat. Just very unhappy.
I'm putting my hood up of my awesome sauce cloak.
I hate all of you so much for this.
Valerie.
Well, the good news is we're not going to burn the forest down if we're being rained on. You can start a fire.
I still don't think it's very wise to do that.
It's very unwise, Naoki, to let me be cold and damp all goddamn night.
Do
Do you like your skin? Because you're going to have an option. I'm either going to get warm and dry, or I'm going to take your skin off and wear it.
Fair enough.
Sail.
Make a survival check there, Talia. Does anyone here have a tent?
Nope.
Nope. All we have is my little hearth of moonlight and shadow
Can you just make a
that doesn't block rain.
Like, y'all don't know how to make a lean-to? You weren't like a cadet or in the Boy Scouts or the guides? Or...
So survival check of 12 is not going to be high enough to figure out how you can do a makeshift cover with the current stuff that you have. So I need a watch order, please.
I'll take first watch.
Who else is taking first watch with Ram?
we need... Who are our dark vision people? Dark vision people, put your hands up. So we should split into watches. If we're doing 3 watches, one of us should be on a
So
watch.
who would like to take first watch with Cram?
Might as well.
Rosada Crab?
Rosad. All
That's-
right.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Second watch.
I'm going to do Valerie and Emmeline just to get out of the way, and if anyone else wants to join in. Yeah.
Natalia.
Oh,
Okay.
it's girls' watch.
Girls get it done. And third watch.
Noctis is with me.
Yeah.
Well, someone has to take third watch with Rosad, so that's gonna be Rosad and Renatus.
Okay.
What? I thought Rosad was with.
It's
I
Rosad
mean-
and Cram
Wait,
first.
Kramer, Rosad, and then okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
There's,
literally the worst first watch.
No, it isn't.
They got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, you know the person who just kidnapped you while we were sleeping.
I mean, I'll be up during the second watch, so
Making do with the autumn storm, the cold rain, no shelter beyond the
shit.
leaves and the canopy overhead. Cram and Rosad, you take the first watch.
Everyone just sleeps in like a bundle together to keep warm.
Leaves on top of us.
Yeah, wet leaves. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Rosad kind of just like he's pushed up against his schnagel. You know, a little bit of a small like hempen tarp over him, but that's about it.
Cram comes over. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Cram comes over, takes off his cloak, and hands it to you. You know, the rain doesn't bother me as much with this exterior. You can borrow this for the night if you wish.
Doesn't bother you.
That's very considerate of you. You're not going to tell me this thing comes to life and like strangles me if I wear it,
No,
right?
I wish, but no, I don't envy you at all for what you did. I get it's just your job.
Yep. Job. Nothing more. Got no beef with you. Not a fan of your crew necessarily. I mean, they did almost give me a nice cut on the neck, but
They can be.
I understand. Lack of information. I would have been a little bit more hesitant about taking the job if I knew that you were running with a big crew of magicians.
Well, they're my friends, you know. And they could be yours too if you prove useful instead of seeming to fight back and, you know.
I'm proving useful now, am I not?
Very true, yes, I do agree with that. Just very wary we are. Don't know who might try backstab you.
I got a good eye for people that might backstab me, so.
I'd keep your eye on Talia. She might.
Oh, she's made that clear. I'm gonna shoot you in the ankle again. I'm gonna do this, that. You know. It is what it is.
Very true.
You guys aren't the most scary lot I ran into.
No, I bet you have great tales of your deeds that you've done.
Oh yeah, great tales. I'm not telling you though.
Ah, another night.
Maybe.
Perhaps when it's warmer around a campfire.
Yeah, when I actually have the patience for it, and when my cigarette can stay lit. You know, I have seen more of you folk, but only pieces.
That's interesting.
I
Well,
met a guy once who said he had a big prosthetic arm. He said he took it off a Zoraxan artifact. I believe him, but seeing you, I believe him a little bit more.
I mean, I wasn't aware you could use our limbs for that purpose, but yeah, I know it makes sense, I guess.
I mean, I've seen people do it with human bones, so. You finger waggling magic types do a lot of fucked up shit like that.
I mean, I didn't ask for these powers, I was given them.
I feel you on that.
How dangerous is this place we're going?
They don't give me a whole lot of details. Everything I've learned about it has been overheard, but I know they've sent multiple people over there in the past. Or at least there's talk of people having sent people down there. They don't make it out.
That's not... Are you going to betray us when we get there?
Why would I have less people? You know, make it more dangerous for myself?
Do I detect any hints of lying on that too?
He's not trying to deceive you.
Okay. I mean, my group might not, but I forgive you for what you've done.
That shows me a little bit of your morals, but I wasn't really asking for forgiveness, considering my my survival's contingent on me being useful to you all.
Just trying to show you I'm more than just a tin man.
Oh yeah, you're made of wood too.
You got the jokes as well, I see.
Gotta make it a little bit more bearable. Takes the opportunity while it's raining, stand up with the cloak over him and kind of clean off Shelby, you know, of whatever dirt is caked up on her back and stuff like that between her shell.
Where did you come across your friend here?
Wasteland. That's where they're from.
Oh. Any particular reason why you called it Shelby?
You got a shell.
I see.
It's a good name.
Seems useful as well.
Oh yeah.
And soon enough, it is time to wake up the next watch. Valerie, Talia, and Emmeline.
Girls watch, girls watch, girls watch. Yeah.
Oh, good. I am just literally soaked to the bone right now.
I can give you my cloak for a little bit. I'm happy to sit in the rain.
Okay. It's okay. Let's let Emmeline sleep.
I think she needs it after everything she's gone through, to be fair.
Yes, I mean, making that choice, of course, was difficult.
It probably weighs on her mind quite a lot. Or at least it would with me.
If you have the choice to save one of your friends and let another, and leave another to die, I mean, how do you choose?
Yeah. An unfortunate situation. But she did what she had to do.
Yes. Well, let's try not to bet on her anymore tonight. I would dry us off, but using magic while you're trying to rest is too taxing.
I use part of my cloak to like just wipe you a little bit, just to see.
Yeah.
It doesn't probably do anything, but it's a thought that counts.
Yeah. I mean, I could technically change to something different, but then I would just be wet in another form.
I think it's really cool that you're brave enough to now change in front of us rather than have to hide it.
Well, I have to hide it. I have no... It's out there now. I mean, you know the nature of what I can do, but as I said, it's dangerous to be what I am.
But at least you know you're safe with us. Maybe not with Rosard, but
Well,
yeah. Just because I don't trust him yet. He may be fine, but at the moment, I'm not a huge fan.
well, I mean, he's no more questionable than some of the things that some of us might have done. I mean, who knows what Renatus has done in his past lives? Valerie looks over at the clearly awake Renatus. I assume past life. Who knows with you? I mean, Naoki doesn't seem to remember what he did 2 months ago.
Sometimes I don't think he remembers what he did yesterday.
Yeah. And Cram doesn't remember anything, and he could be anything. He could be a lost prince of a fallen kingdom, or the super weapon of a villain who destroyed his kingdom.
Super weapon would be quite cool.
Well, it would explain why he was born with magic. Came back to this life. I mean, you get your magic from nature, do you not?
Yes. I get some of it through the awful things that happened, but mainly through nature, yes.
Yes, and like, what's up with Kevin? Like, I'm sorry, you just have a dragon, like...
Yes, I won't go too much into my backstory, but unfortunately...
Do you have it, like, written down so we can get to, like, the quick notes? Or, I'm sorry,
Yes.
I tend to joke around too much.
It's okay, you're fine. I find you quite funny, so it's okay.
I try. It distracts people.
Long story short, I was experimented on, and that whole thing was to give me the sort of thing to be able to summon dragons, and he was the one that I was able to summon, and he's been mine ever since.
So, does he, like, change or something? Because I notice he looks a little bit bigger than he did when you
He
first
does. He does start to grow, and eventually he will be able to breathe fire and fly.
Okay.
But right now
sure
he's still
gonna
a
breathe
little...
fire and not, like, something else?
No, it's fire.
Like, he's not gonna, like, breathe out fairy dust and people are going to
Probably
get
not.
confused.
But that would be still cool anyway. Distractions and all.
Yeah. Can you teach us how to do that too? Because I mean, I wouldn't mind having a pet dragon.
I unfortunately don't know how it happened. I was just the experiments.
Okay. Just well, like, so is this some kind of cult, or
Yes, yes.
is it
They,
somebody that you need us to kill?
Well, eventually, when I get a little bit stronger and better weapons, I want to go back and kill them all.
Okay, that sounds like a. Could you
They
like?
killed my parents, so
Okay.
revenge.
Killed your parents. Could you get me like a series of descriptions and names that I could potentially look into? No reason at all.
Unfortunately, I don't have any names, but their banners did have dragons on them. That is, I think their whole deal is just dragons.
Okay, well Does that sound like anything that Valerie might know?
Make a history check.
Yeah. Let's get some dice, guys. How'd I do?
Oof.
That's a 5.
A
That was a
natural
natural one.
Doesn't seem
Never
too familiar.
mind.
As you're thinking back on this, you notice that there are a pair of yellow eyes staring at you from just beyond the light.
Do you see that too?
We probably should have been paying attention. Hanatus, can you go poke that thing in the bush for us?
You want to poke it?
But I mean, he's big and scary and he's got a big sword, so I mean, you also are big and scary and have a big sword. Look at me.
How far away are the eyes?
About 30 feet. They're low in the bushes.
Is it Kevin? Do you know where Kevin is right now?
He's not been summoned, so
Oh.
he could be anywhere.
Does he exist when he's... No, sorry, we need to focus on this thing. Do they look humanoid, animaloid?
Alienoid, monster.
And
Alienoid.
Saltonoids.
Make a nature check.
Nature check. That's not my...
And I hope, so you get advantage.
Can she help so I get
Yeah.
advantage?
Yeah.
24.
They appear to be that
Natural 20.
they're cat-like.
Oh,
Like big cat?
Cat-like.
cat.
Mm.
I am going to use Misty Step and appear behind it.
Lump.
All right, hold on, give me 1 second here.
Wait, can it see into my
Oh wait,
little orb?
What's the
you-
range of Misty
mind,
Step?
I retract that.
He retracts that.
Yep,
Never happened. Erase your memories.
didn't happen. I don't know what you're
We're
talking about.
doing it. He doesn't
No,
have...
No
bother-
magic.
No need checking the VOD.
Okay.
Okay, so what's happening?
And as you, well, I mean, how do you react? You just see these eyes staring at you. They're low in the bushes. Cat-like.
I mean,
Can it see us?
yeah.
It's looking at us. I'm assuming he can hear us.
It feels like it's looking deep into my soul. I don't like it.
Is it like an uncomfortable way of looking at your soul, or like you want to get
Yes.
to know more and have a conversation with it about, you know, its feelings and...
I've never analysed anything that way, I guess, so...
Hello there? The
Meow?
potential person in the bush or monstrous animal who's here to kill us?
Meow,
The
meow,
eyes
meow.
begin to rise higher. As if
Okay, no.
standing.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk toward the edge of the sphere, and then I'm gonna use my Misty Step to
Stepping.
Misty behind it.
All right. Renata's appearing behind this figure is immediately met with a blade pointed at his throat, as if with lightning fast reflexes. You look down at this blade and see that it is curved. And stepping out from the bushes into everybody else's field of view is a man, that with tan skin, wearing some sort of cloth wrapped around his head with long locks of dark hair.
I know who this is.
He appears to be middle-aged. I am Zulkifli, and you have a member of my grove with you. And that is where we're going to take our mid-session break.
Oh shit.
I was gonna do something cool. Oh well, it's fine. Do it when we get back.
Okay.
So everybody, that is where we're going to take our mid-session break here. We'll be back here momentarily, but if you're just now joining us...
If you're just now joining us, this is a really interesting moment, and, you know, like, you could maybe find a little bit more about who this Zulkifli is if you look at our other streams that we do. So we do this on, like, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Central Time on Lich Souls, and this is our third campaign. The second campaign, you know, if you watch all that beautiful thing in the ending, you'll know who this is. And that's what happens if you're just joining us. But you can also find replays of this session every Monday, where our lovely Renatus reposts what we do. And we play other games too. So lots of interesting things you can learn. But honestly, go back. The second campaign is really great, and the ending's super cool. And like, obviously, don't do it right now if you're listening to this. You want to finish watching or listening to this session, and then you can go back and find out the other cool stuff that happened. You can skip like the first 14 episodes because I wasn't in it, but that's okay.
Thank you so much, everybody. We'll be back here momentarily. It's about 15-20 minutes as we take this time to refresh ourselves and prepare for the session ahead. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the mid-session break of Prestige Encounters. Us players take this time to refresh ourselves and get a few more snacks, refill our drinks, in order to bring you a more exciting adventure. We would like to take this time to let you know about a few things that goes beyond our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. First and foremost, we have a Discord server at lichsouls.com/Discord that you can join and then play a wide assortment of games with us like Dead by Daylight, Sea of Thieves, first-person shooters, and more. The games we play together change as time goes on and new games are released, and you can join our Discord for more up-to-date information. You can even join us every Tuesday for our community game nights. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe once a month to one channel of your choice for free. Here at Lich Souls Gaming, we have streams that go beyond Dungeons and Dragons. Throughout the week, you can catch me live playing an assortment of games and even use your channel points that you earn during the streams in order to affect what happens in the stream itself. We have over 20 static and animated emotes that our subscribers get to use in our channel and other channels as well. So hit that subscribe button and join all the fun. Well, my cup of players' tears is running dry, so I'm going to let our other cast members tell you about our amazing sponsors for the rest of the stream.
Hi there viewers, I'm Josh from Prestige Encounters, and I heard you wanted the best looking maps out of all your friends. Well, do I have you covered with Arkenforge, the best map making tool for all your TTRPGs. There are many different asset packs which can be used within Arkenforge, but if none of these tickle your fancy, then import your own and create anything your heart desires. When building those maps, you don't want to forget about these features such as built-in animation and music plugins to make your maps feel alive at every moment, touchscreen support for Fog of War which allows in-person play, and a dynamic lighting system to make even your nighttime maps look their best. Making maps has never been easier, but now I hear what you're saying. I don't like subscription fees, and that's okay. Neither do I. Arkenforge is luckily only a single-time purchase, and we can help you out even more if you use code LICHSOULS at checkout. That's right folks, if you want the best maps around, use Arkenforge, and don't forget to use our code LICHSOULS at checkout.
to Prestige Tales.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in there. Welcome to another episode of Prestige Tales. Tonight, we tell the tale of the Dungeon Master who could. Once upon a time, there was a story of a Dungeon Master trying to weave a grand tale of heroes and monsters. While the prose was mighty, something was missing. Combat in its most epic form must come with epic music. Knowing that this was lacking, one day the Dungeon Master tried to create music of their own. Let's see what happened. A moment meant to be the culmination of their tale instead became a tragic end. Ashamed, the Dungeon Master walked off into the sunset, never to be seen again. The moral of this tale, be the Dungeon Master that could with Midnight Syndicate.
Yeah, and you all hear an angelic choral movement surrounding the Casimir, which does not fit this music that's playing right now, which is fine.
Midnight Syndicate are a talented musical production group creating gothic, horror, and fantasy music from your role-playing game at home. Don't be a natural 1, roll a natural 20 with Midnight Syndicate. These absolute legends can be found at www.midnightsyndicate.com on YouTube, Alexa, Spotify, or Apple Music.
Oh, hey there, bud. Didn't see you there. Glad you could stop on by during your mid-session break there. Oh, I'm just having a cold one and watching the game here in memory of my late cousin. You may have heard of the guy, Prestige Pete Peterson. God rest his soul. Boy, I tell you, old Pete there was a good man, and definitely did not fake his own death to throw off the scent of the IRS there. Oh, that's a touchdown. But if old Petey were here, he'd want me, his cousin, Lich Souls Larry, to tell you all about the incredible merch over there at the Lich Souls Gaming merch store. Every bit of merch you can think of to help support your favorite D&D stream. They got such things as t-shirts, hoodies, mouse pads, stickers, and so much more. So head on over to lichsouls.com/merch and pick you up some merch there today. Well, I better get on the bat of here and let you get back to your mid-session break there. Let me just find my coat and when you know it, I'm already wearing it. But before I go, you know I got this nice casserole bag at the house if you want to come on by and take it home with you. Wouldn't be no trouble at all. You can just bring the container back at your earliest convenience. Let me just try to find my coat here. Oh, still wearing it. Oh, jeez. I swear my mind these days, it just ain't what it used to be. Speaking of losing their mind, you know
Did you just yawn?
Yes.
Tell me, son, what have you been drinking to keep yourself hydrated and energized?
Generic coffee brand?
Fool! You should be drinking Rogue Energy.
What's Rogue Energy?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Rogue Energy is an energy drink made by gamers for gamers. It is made to be the ultimate gaming energy drink with zero fillers, zero added sugars, plenty of essential vitamins, and oh so low calories. You can be supremely energized and or hydrated without the monstrous macros of the competitors. Not to mention the wide array of delicious flavors that Rogue Energy and Hydration come in. That includes both the powder formula and canned energy drinks. And get this, Lich Souls Gaming knows that our viewers are hard-working and hard-gaming individuals that need that energy throughout the day. So you can use code LichSouls at checkout for a discount off your order of Rogue Energy. And how do you feel, young gamer?
I feel great. Rogue Energy has been a complete game changer. And my order also came with this convenient shaker. You've really shown me some useful info, Mr. Rogue, sir.
Now that is indeed what I love to hear.
And welcome back, everyone. So,
y'all let me down.
Here you are
I queued it up.
in the storm with this man sitting here before you, dressed similarly in some ways to Naoki. He says the words, "I am Zulkifli, And you have a member of my grove with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon my echo in front of him and have my echo holding his sword to his throat, saying, "Two can play at that game."
I'm just eeping.
Wait. What's happening right now? So, you've got his... what? Sorry, you've got a member of your grove. I'm just going to ignore this craziness that's happening. Are you talking about the... Are you talking about Naoki?
He'll take the blade away from Renatus and tuck it away. He's gonna ignore the echo and just walk around it towards Valerie.
Very well.
We were heading to your grove with Naoki.
Is everybody awake?
At this point, I'll
No.
say that the commotion begins to wake people up.
Naoki just hides behind the tree.
You have not
Naoki.
checked in some time.
I'm not Naoki, I'm just some passerby that looks conveniently like him.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
I will use my reaction to get rid of that disadvantage.
Why?
With it's funny, isn't it?
He rolled an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A disappointed look will just appear on his face.
I mean, Zulkifli, I think you said. Are you surprised that Naoki's like this? He's always been like this since I've met him.
No, he's been like this since he was my student.
Oh. Okay. Naoki, come on. We're all friends here, and this man is your family? I don't know.
Definitely a stern father type of relationship.
I know that.
Why are you out here?
To who?
To you, Naoki.
I got called back.
No, why are you out here? He walks over and there's a collection of overgrowth and vines, and he pulls it back and there's a cave. You're outside the grove.
Are we?
Oh.
Like, we're literally standing in the rain and we're 6 feet away from the entrance?
My bad.
No, it's fine. It's okay. I'm not at all stressed. I'm not going to kill anyone. I'm not going to kill anyone. I'm not going to kill anyone.
You're telling me we sat out here in the fucking rain, and there's a cave right there.
Listen, you don't get to be sassy.
Mm-hmm.
This one time. Your sass card
has been revoked.
Your sass card has been revoked. The next 6 sassy comments you make, you're going to think of something else. After that, you can be sassy again. Okay?
What is this?
Reasonable.
You guys come up with this when you guys were talking to each other while I was asleep?
No, I just thought of it on the fly, but it seems like a good plan.
I like it. I agree.
Yeah, you've got to earn the right to be sassy again.
Come on, we'll get you back into the grove, and then you'll finish your rest, and we need to talk in the morning.
That's perfect. Emily, come on, let's go.
As he is walking the party down this cave, there's a small flame in his hand. And you're realizing that Zulkifli has been taught in druidcraft. He is a druid. He appears to be quite a powerful one of that, as he's been doing this for about 50 years, being raised by druids since he was born. This grove was found by one of our chiefs named Aspen. Shortly after the events of the Tears of Tumes, he set out to found druidic groves across the world to help protect both nature and the natural order. He and his sister working together to finish the goal of their companions.
Our companions?
Yes.
Does Aspen and sound like a familiar name in any stories Valerie might have heard, or
make a history check?
Yeah. Make a history check, cause it's such a common role.
10. Aspen is one of the heroes known as the Seekers that played a hand in the Tears of Tumes. Whether they're famous or infamous is really up to the opinion of people. Some people see the Tears of Tumes as unavoidable and it had to happen. Others see it as the thing that destroyed their homes.
I think the perspective her education would have taken was not a positive view of the Seekers. I don't know why I said that out loud, but
no,
she's like,
because player knowledge versus character knowledge. They together sealed away Zona from destroying the world and recreating it and everyone within it. And some of them even became gods in the process.
Yes, it's a reward for devastating multiple kingdoms and letting thousands of people die, but, you know, I suppose that maybe that wasn't their intention.
Well, many people died. My father and mother included. But in the process, existence as we know it was saved.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry, my teacher's perspective on the Seekers was not I would say, a particularly positive view. But perspective.
In fact, one of their companions, Casimir, is the reason why there are very little gods walking among us these days, too.
That is one thing they did speak positively of in my lessons. So, no gods, less interference, less games being played with our lives, I think was the way it was put.
Once you clear the cave, you are brought into this massive clearing of these white, what's the word I'm looking for? Barked trees with these golden leaves about them. There's a balance of living plant life and fungi, and there are many huts and houses constructed using kind of the trees woven together. It, unlike the elves where it's very they use the trees themselves to kind of construct your buildings with stone, and these houses are completely made in harmony with nature. There are these plants that have these bioluminescent flowers that are giving light throughout this dark village. Very little activity. Most of the windows are dark, as this is the middle of the night. You goes over to a hut that is large enough to fit all of you and accommodate all of you. This is where you will sleep tonight.
Of course. Thank you for your offer of shelter, and knowing that this is Naoki's home, I do feel that we will be safe here tonight, at least.
I am sure you are all mostly good people. But let me remind you that although you are friends of Naoki, you are here by my permission. I am chief of this grove, and its protection and the safety of those within it is my responsibility.
Of course, darling. We will be good visitors, huh? And we'll keep an eye on those of us who are a little bit more mischievous. Throwing a sidelong glance, obviously, at Rosad.
You catch him, like, pulling a cigarette out of his metal case.
And if anyone gets in particular trouble, sidelong glance at Rosad. If you don't deal with them, we will deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
And Naoki, we will talk in the morning.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Looking at the ground, he's just, you can tell he's not vibing.
Rest well.
Thank you.
Jeez, get out of here, Dad. I hate you.
That's totally the vibe.
He'll turn and walk away.
Okay. Like, all of the power you have, and you're afraid of this man? You're an adventurer.
My power is maybe but a fraction of what he can do. And
Do we
he
need
has
to get
used
some
that
alcohol?
power on me.
Do we need to get you drunk so you can get some more confidence?
I think getting drunk might be the last thing I want to do in front of him.
I mean, either way, at this point, you're going to need to face him in the morning, and you have accomplished things that, well, let's say when you set out of here, you were not quite the man that you are now. Don't act like you're the one who was when you left here.
He's like... he's very fierce.
I know.
Like a dragon. He can even turn into one.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, stop seeing him as an enemy and start seeing thinking about yourself. You are a man, you are powerful, you are strong, you have done amazing things, and you will do more amazing things when we are out of here. Huh?
Just think, I am awesome sauce.
Yes. You literally crawled down into the depths of the Underdark and sought great treasure. You faced death and overcame. You have helped us kill powerful creatures. You have saved lives. You are not the child that you are acting like you are. You are a man, and you are strong.
Thank you. He just kind of holds this like little flower in his hands, just picking the petals away nervously.
You know, and just don't get overconfident, but believe in what you have accomplished and what you will do next.
Damn. Right.
And get some goddamn sleep.
Oh, you'll sleep well tonight. Most of us will.
I think it's time for actually you to take our watch and the rest of us will sleep, so I guess you're going to have to think over the things we just talked about while I get warm and less wet.
I will say that there is a small hearth in the middle of this hut with like ventilation allowing the smoke to escape. Other than that, there are multiple beds made of furs here. Quite cozy.
Yeah, Valor sets her traveling clothes out to dry and shapeshifts into a tabaxi and goes to bed. Without blinking an eye. No one's watching. So as far as you can tell.
Naoki and Renatus, is there anything that you two would like to talk about during your watch?
Particularly.
I think the only thing I'm gonna do is just play like a little tune for Renatus and give him some inspiration.
I can use that.
You have a song for that?
I play on my little pan flute.
Not putting you on the spot, sorry.
Just the song. He's bouncing on my booty cheeks. I wanna take a ride.
Renatus Cade's D100 inspiration.
Especially if it's towards men.
Yeah.
So, soon enough, the sounds of the grove begin to rise as the sun does as well.
The morning.
Oh, good. I forgot I changed into this. And Valerie will shapeshift back into her normal half-elf form before anyone else comes in. You know, you wouldn't think about it. You would think, oh, the fur is just fake, but it actually makes me warmer.
That makes sense.
Well, the hair is real, so, you know. But oddly enough, if I make myself made out of what appears to be fire, it doesn't actually work. Yeah.
Not that I care for fire anyway, but that's interesting.
Right, she's talked about fire. Could you explain that sometime?
It's just a natural hesitation. I don't know why I'm scared of fire, but it just... something about it I just don't like.
Well, I mean, fire burns and destroys, but from the ashes comes new life. It's part of the natural order, is it not?
Maybe.
Summer may fall, but summer will always come again.
That is what they teach us in the Grove.
Well, I'm dressed. Do you want to get some breakfast?
I am starving. Do you know where we could eat?
Walking out of the hut, you see a number of druids running around the area. There are children. There are a mixture of different races here. There are humans, elves, furbolgs, all going about business. There are children playing. You see that there are some druids training in druidcraft, farming from gardens, collecting stuff from around the different trees where they are using their power to make fruit bloom and grow.
Walking through this, Naoki just has his umbrella up and like covering his face.
Hey, you had an umbrella this whole time?
Mm-hmm.
That also seems more suspicious than just not having the umbrella.
It's my druidic focus. I just don't usually pop it open.
Okay, gonna say, it would have been useful during the night with all the rain, wouldn't it?
It... maybe.
Yes. Yes.
It's fine. It's your magic. Whatever you said, it's fine. Does anyone? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Does anyone like know what kind of breakfast they serve here? Hopefully, it's not just all vegetables. As you say what you're gonna say.
As you're kind of wondering, you peer over from a small pond, and you see Zulkifli with a number of young, about adolescent aged kids meditating. He opens up one of his eyes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello there.
He looks at one of the older trainees. Take over. And he begins to walk with you throughout the village. I hope that you all slept well.
It was wonderful. I'm dry. I'm not sick. Your hospitality was much appreciated.
So, I'm assuming that you all are hungry.
Of course, yes,
Absolutely,
absolutely.
yes.
I mean, not particularly.
He likes. You can still eat.
You don't
something.
eat. You don't
Like,
eat.
He eats like oil, or I don't know.
He will walk over to kind of a covered area and offer all of you bowls of mixture of fruits, vegetables, and if you so choose, are roasted grasshoppers as well.
Well, we know who's having a lot of roasted grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valerie will partake as well.
I think I might try the roasted grasshoppers.
No, they're actually very good.
They're crunchy.
Naoki doesn't eat.
Naoki, come on, you need to eat something.
I'm not hungry.
You're okay. It's fine. You're okay. Just take a deep breath. Have a roasted grasshopper. Come on. They taste like chicken.
He like daintily like eats one, you know.
Crunch.
Rosad kind of just chews on some hearty root vegetable.
Enjoying your explorations of the outside world, Naoki?
Yeah, definitely. He's just like not looking, even giving him eye contact.
There's a look of like sadness and disappointment in Zulkifli's eyes. There's something I want to pass along to you from our chief. We have lost contact with the grove in the wasteland. Right off to the Relamore River.
Do we know why?
No. Our normal mode of transportation through the trees that we have nurtured there, the one. We cannot access it. It appears it's been destroyed.
He just kind of sighs, just like looking down on himself. If only I was a little bit better at what I'm supposed to do. Being able to like walk through the dreams I could maybe see, but I'm not strong enough yet.
This is the second grove to be destroyed or lost contact with. Aspen fears that it's somehow related to what happened to his home just several decades ago. but he has not gone there himself to verify anything, and as one that has been given permission to freely traverse the outside world during this journey to come into your full ability. He looks at the rest of you, a privilege that not all have here.
Is it to protect your people? Are you afraid they will be hurt in the outside world, or?
The world has changed over the last 50 years. Trees are cut down, rivers are polluted, steam, machinery, ruins our air. The world is dangerous, and we have to keep our own protected. But Dreamwalkers, they get to leave the groves on a journey. We were hoping that after this time, Naoki would have come into his powers a bit better, like his predecessor did.
He just turns his gaze away.
I mean, he is quite accomplished. Maybe not as quickly as your hope would be, but honestly, I think, despite a little bit of an issue with confidence here, he has become quite powerful, and he has saved our lives several times already.
I do not doubt your skill. In fact, I have faith in it. That is why I recommended to Aspen and Astra that you be the one to go investigate what happened to the grove.
You want me? Not anybody else that's, more experienced?
I trust you.
He's kind of just like taken aback by that.
So, tell me, what are you and your companions doing in the forest?
The truth shall set you free, Naoki. We are seeking a ruin in this area. Our guide here, she glances at Rosad, knows a little bit more about it, but we were actually on our way here from Ilnyria, seeking answers, seeking lost truths and potentially some riches and power, but it's to each their own.
A flash of concern will appear on his face. The ruins are dangerous.
What I said.
Well, we were guided here because there was something that we needed to accomplish. If you think it's not something that can be done now, then I suppose we don't need our guide. But there was a certain degree of urgency in how it was being described to us that there's something we need. I'll point out that lovely key that we had in the bag of holding is not in their possession anymore either.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
Yep. We will.
Shit.
It's in the ether.
Yeah, so we've had some some rough luck lately, and well, let's just say that we may be being pushed towards a destiny outside of our control.
It sounds familiar.
I certainly hope it's not, because it makes me feel less special if I'm not the chosen one. I mean, come on, look at me. Look at this hair, look at these lips, look at the lips. I mean, they're perfect. I can make them more perfect. She puts her lipstick back on. Completely full of herself. I don't think I'm his type.
I'm sorry, I was remembering stories I was told when I was young.
Is that about the founder of this grove and his companions, the Seekers?
His parents.
Yeah. I'm going to say, I've heard the name Sir Kifley before, but I didn't take you to be that man.
I am his son.
Hmm. The stories
my father sacrificed his very existence and soul to take in Zolna into his own mortal form, destroyed him in the process.
I'm sorry.
It's during this time that my mother was giving birth to me. The flame of creation, the very form that the god of magic, Tumes, was entrapped in, was freed, and during the time it took for him to recover from that imprisonment, magic faded from the world along with the gods being barred. I have a condition that caused my mother to bleed out during my birth, and she could not be healed due to the lack of those factors.
That's horrible. I lost my father much later, but even then, ever since the Tales of Tumas, healing magic has not been as reliable. My father murdered my mother, has been in a coma that we could never find a cleric to bring her out of. She's been asleep for almost 20 years. Closer to 15, but this is maybe a world without their gods, but it's a world with more pain.
I was raised by our chiefs Aspen and Astra. I had family. However, I will not stop you all. In fact, I've been explicitly told not to stop you from going to these ruins. But you must be prepared.
Is there anything that we can glean, anything we can learn about what we might face?
He is going to hand you a jar that appears to have this purplish black like gel in it.
Mm-hmm.
It does not smell good. But rules is written, this magical item is known as Ketone's ointment.
Ketone's ointment?
Yep, K-E-I. Let me get the exact thing. Keoghtom. So it is a glass jar. It has 5 doses. It kind of smells like aloe in a way. So As a utilize action, you can swallow 1 dose of the ointment or apply it to a creature within 5 feet of yourself. The creature that receives it regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points and ceases to have a poisoned condition if they have one simultaneously. Does a poison healing essentially that also heals poisoned.
So you can consume a dose or have it applied to the skin.
This ointment is made by the spores of a small companion of our chief.
That must be what you bought from that shop.
I don't think it does the same thing.
No.
Do you happen to sell an ointment that let's just say accelerates the excitement process?
No.
That was the least horrific way I could think of.
Pleasure isn't exactly pleasure isn't exactly a druid's motive around here.
Are you sure about that? I mean, those people seem to be just dancing as if flowers are the best thing in their life right now. They look like they're having a great time.
Not those kind of
They're
pleasures.
thinking about hair. I don't know why.
Let's get back to the ointment, shall we?
Get back to the ointment. Which one? Sorry, we're talking about the inappropriate one or this helpful one.
The non-inappropriate one.
Okay.
The safe for work one.
I really hope we don't mix this up in an inappropriate moment.
Oh shit. Oh no.
And Valerie, is it?
Yes, that's my name.
What is this affliction that you said that your mother was affected by, and how long has it been?
Honestly, I don't know its name. My home was attacked when I was a little girl. And my father was killed. My mother was, I'm not sure, poisoned or cursed, but my family, my uncle came in to help run the house, and he said he's tried to bring in clerics and no one's ever been able to find a way to make her arise. I used to visit her every day when I was at home, and less often now, but it's been a long time. I wish I knew. I should have asked, I suppose. I just always took it on faith.
He'll seem focused for a moment. I do not know if this will help, but there is a plane beyond our own that is incredibly dense with swamps and jungles. Insects larger than horses roam freely, but due to these conditions of it being incredibly humid and dense all the time, an herb is able to grow. This is
Sorry.
This herb, when crafted into a draft with the waters in one of the dark courts, might help your mother awaken from this slumber.
So there's an herb. Is he describing the Fae?
So the dark courts, make a history check.
Yeah. The dark courts.
Naoki should know this.
I suspect that they've probably been really shady on stuff like this, but it's a 22. She read real well.
So there are two realms that reflect the material plane. There's what you know as the Feywilds, which is the realm of light. It has the Court of Mist, stone, summer, winter, fall, spring. But then there's also the realm that is darker. And this is where the Dark Fae reside. The Court of Night, of Sleep, among others.
So there's the Dark Courts and the Fae. Is there something to an herb that can rise? Is there something that could put somebody to sleep there too?
Yes.
Okay. That is very helpful, Al. If we have the opportunity to go. It seems like a danger.
Very few creatures or beings that exist that contain knowledge lost to the rest of the world. Some you have to give a great part of yourself to attain. Just be careful.
I mean, you only get one mother, right?
During our chief's journey, or his companion's journey, I should say, they came across a being that existed as long as creation itself. An elder Fey creature known as the Weirfell. It resides in the Court of Mist in a dense swampland.
So
one of their companions had to give up their ability to perform magic to get the knowledge that he sought.
I suppose the greater the ask, the greater the cost.
Yes. But like I said, there is a river that runs through the Court of Sleep. Along with the herb from the plane I mentioned. Those should be able to help. So
okay, that would be a relief. I would love to see her smile again.
There are many paths before you, all of you.
What do you mean by?
What was that?
I was going to ask, what do you mean by there's many paths?
The ruins, the lost grove, the reawakening of one's mother.
I see.
Maybe yours and my memories as well.
You're welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Otherwise, I wish you well on your journey. I have responsibilities I must take care of.
Naoki, this is your home. We can stay as long as you think we need to.
That's up to you. I'm fine leaving right now if we need to.
The day is ahead of us. Can you find the exit? She says, sounding sassy, but not meaning to be sassy. This place is confusing to me.
It is confusing, and I'm not exactly a welcome sight around here, but here we are.
You really need to get to talk about your daddy issues, huh? I got mommy issue, I say you have daddy issues. You know, put it together and we're just fucked up.
That, and I'm surprised he didn't mention this, but he actually found me in the Court of the Mist.
Oh. So you are lifted from the Fae and brought to this place.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. Razad.
But as a trade-off, being in that Court of Mist, I gave up my memories.
My uncle always warned that those not of the Fae can pay a deep price for a visit. Not much explanation, but it makes sense. Yes. Razad, you're with us now, so I need you to remember that while this place might look vulnerable, that I suspect that there is more power in here than in some small kingdoms.
Listen, I don't underestimate you folk that can do magic. I never said I did.
Very, very good. Let's get going, huh? Naoki, lead the way. It is your home.
He leads you through. I'll lead you through it, just kind of with my umbrella tipped over to where they can't see my face.
You know, you could have given us a tour. That would be. I'm going to stop pressuring you. Let's go.
I'm not welcome here.
I think that you're more welcome here than you believe you are.
I agree with Valerie, to be honest. I don't feel like people probably hate you enough to not have you welcome here.
I think that the one thing that people hold against you is your disdain for yourself. That you see yourself as less than you are.
Put down the umbrella and have some confidence about yourself.
You have a very pretty smile when you smile. Show it to people. You can distract a lot of people with a smile.
Man, I feel like I'm at a shrink.
Also, just like a complete out of character moment, somebody saying just smile through the pain is terrible fucking advice.
That is really bad advice. That's why I'm laughing.
Stop being sad, stupid.
Yeah.
We here at Lich Souls Gaming would like to remind any viewers that we are not professional mental health specialists.
Yeah.
Do
There's like
not
this
take
really
any personal advice from us in this campaign.
If you need therapy, take therapy.
Yeah. There's this really good ad about that exact thing. She's like, they said just smile.
You should smile more.
Awful, but you should smile more. And I'm just like, yeah, that is so
when I heard
real.
that.
That is so real. I love it. I love it. Anyways, yeah. But yeah, Valerie like gives Naoki's shoulders a little bit of a rub and like pats him on the cheek, and she says, "Come on, be brave for them. You're okay. You're with us."
Okay. He'll like lift the umbrella up a little bit so you can at least see his face.
Yeah. Did a little prestidigitation, so he's all like clean and shiny.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you here, Naoki. That umbrella is pretty conspicuous. People are gonna remember the pattern on it.
Oh, they know.
Have you
Because it's not a traditional druidic focus.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a eyesore to most, I think.
It's all like wooden cloth, though, right?
Yeah, but it also does have the special property of always just constantly producing flowers as it goes.
Okay.
And you don't want a distraction for people looking at you.
I mean,
But it
look
just
again.
leaves a trail of flowers.
Look at the way he's dressed. I mean, honestly, if the umbrella
You
dip
could
comes
make
to the
a killing as a flower girl.
I was going to say, if we're ever in like a labyrinth where we can't find our way out, we'll just follow the flower petals.
That is smart. That is smart.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Pitter patter.
Everyone double time. We're not going to draw this out.
There's not a shop in here.
Yeah, do they sell
So
potions?
Being led out of the grove, which you are being told is known as the Quaking Sanctuary.
The Quaking Sanctuary sounds a little... Yeah.
Soon enough, you're led back out into Little Moldwood. And the rest of you, as you turn around, not Naoki, and you look back on where the path you just came from, it appears that there's no longer a path there.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
So it's not Talia's fault.
In order to gain entry into the grove, you must be shown the path by one who carries a blessing from within it. A sprig or something from within the grove itself.
I like that. I like that.
I guess then my warning to not attack the grove is, I mean, was that you? I don't know why I'm distrusting you. I know why I'm distrusting you. But I'm going to say, sorry for, trying to intimidate you again. I think you've got the message, but this shit's crazy, right? Like...
Yep.
Okay. Renatus? Good talk.
Sounds about right.
Were you asking him a question?
Taylor just went.
Honestly, it's exactly what I was hoping
his
for.
His eyes said more than his character has his entire campaign.
Yeah. I accomplished exactly what I was hoping for from that moment. Thank you, Quentin. That was, that was performance over words. Honestly.
So, I could have found the grove, but I didn't want to.
Nice.
Okay. We'll put a pin on that and try to unwind that bundle of anxiety and
we'll put a pin in that and circle back at a later time. That's more convenient for the rest of the team.
Valley writes down a lot more than Naoki just said. Interesting.
The party
Maybe
continues to travel. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
To travel through the Moldwood for the majority of the day, following the directions that Professor Leorkin gave you, along with the guidance of Rosad, who knows how to get there as well, roughly, from what he told you during your first encounter together. And towards the late evening, just before sunset, you find yourselves in a clearing, and I'm going to give you all a visual for no particular purpose.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that just makes it sound more suspicious.
There are crumbled pillars and overgrown rocks and other stone structures that were here for quite some time. And beneath the roots of the tree is a stone door. You guys can put your tokens anywhere on the map. And beyond, in front of this door, is a what's what I'm looking for? A pedestal, overgrown with moss and other plant life. And it's just quiet.
So is this the place?
Seems to be. I don't see any other ruins anywhere close to us.
I don't know. I thought ruins as in ruins of a big city, but I might have overestimated where we was going.
I think it's more so ruins relating to a big city or kingdom.
I mean,
of the culture.
I will also point out that one of the largest cities in this entire world is mostly underground.
Very true.
And a reminder that a lot of cities that existed pre-Tears of Two Maze have been buried.
And that thing that the voice that speaks sometimes says.
Cram, as you approach the pedestal, you notice that there is a massive stone door with a number of arcane runes inscribed within its stonework, covering the entrance down into this ancient structure. And as you approach the pedestal itself, there appears to be these green runes that begin to glow as you get closer.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely matching me. No, this is very strange.
All right, I will consult a note I wrote down in case I had to use this information as a bargaining chip.
Oh, okay.
On how to get into this place.
That's interesting how your paper at the top has like these little tears. Is that like from a special manufacturing or?
I ripped it out of the binding.
Wait, you tore a book up?
Why not just kept it in the bind? You know what? Carry on.
So saying like did a small animal chew the top, but that makes more sense.
The radiance of a god arisen shall show the path.
The radiance of a god risen shall show the path.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm glad that was specific.
And these are that's the same meaning on the runes that glow when you approach Cram. Same translation.
Only Cram?
Right.
You all can see them, but they're all in a language long since lost to history.
Wait, Cram, are you a god risen?
I don't think so. No, no.
Are you sure? I mean, it's.
I mean,
it could be possible, right?
Zulkifli said that. Who was it? That Casimir fellow. He put wards to stop the gods being here. I don't think it's possible.
What if you don't know you are God?
It seems very. I mean, surely, if I'm a god, I can go. Lightning strike.
I mean, eventually, I assume.
Yeah, you might have to relearn how to be a god.
You know, your powers could be sealed away, or you know, you could be a fragment of the god of automatons. You know, for all we know. Maybe.
What if I don't want that?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
If I want it or not, yeah, I guess. Sure.
Do you want to approach the platform that's kind of lighting up as you get near it?
Not. I don't know.
As Valerie walks backwards a little bit.
Oh my.
Okay.
This is fine.
It's one of these situations. Sure, I'll go stand on this platform.
It's okay. It's okay. I just need you to be a certain distance away. Just think book as you approach. Not a book. It's not a book.
Nothing appears to happen at this moment.
Oh, it's safe. Let's.
A puppy appeared.
Just gonna keep going towards this door.
Swimming, just keep swimming.
Figured that was too easy.
Does this door look like it's openable?
You can certainly try to open it.
Yes, please.
It's really big.
And I'm really strong.
Open this bitch up.
The DC is 40 for the strength check.
Let me
Oh,
give
wow.
that a good go. Let me give that a go.
Open up.
14.
It does
It's
not
not a-
open. As you try to pull on the door, the runes on the door begin to glow with a fierce light.
Oh, Christ.
Can I say what the rune? Can I say the radiance of a god risen shall show the path?
Speak, friend, and enter.
Say it.
I say it.
In the ancient
Nothing
language.
happens.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Rosad begins to walk up to see maybe if there's like a lock that he can pick.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Mallory will also approach and assist Rosad
A
because
door, a D&D party's greatest enemy.
on?
All right.
so you can roll that at advantage because you've got another person who can do this stuff with you.
It's an 11 because I rolled terribly.
Does not have a keyhole that you can see.
Okay, Krem, can you like stick your head somewhere that looks like it might be a keyhole and we'll turn you?
You think that guy's a god risen? Or the radiance of it?
I don't know.
That
I
was
don't
a
think
guess.
so. Can I like? Are the runes reachable?
I mean, they're all around the door.
Can I touch one?
Feels like stone.
I'm so confused.
Hey, Emmeline, maybe we should try seeing if there's like a more magic purpose to this door instead of just yanking on it.
You're making me do things with a character sheet that is not mine. Excuse me.
Do I feel like I could read the runes in like their language, like the runes language? Does that make sense?
The runes. So when it comes to like arcane runes, is that they're not necessarily readable like the alphabet. They are inscriptions. They're pictures that help
Like
transmute
variables in
energy
math.
into other energy.
Is that a good way of saying like it's like variables in math, how they'll like resemble characters, but you know, they're more functional than readable?
Correct.
I mean, Emmeline can ritual cast comprehend languages, see if she can read any of this stuff.
Not a readable language.
No, okay, no. If that gets explained by Crime, she won't do that. But if it's not explained, then she'll still do that.
I mean,
I'm guessing comprehend language is just like breaks.
Okay, so the platform lit up when Cram approached it, right?
Yeah. How about he stands back on it?
Yes, Cram.
Okay.
Let's. I mean, yes.
Cloak.
And it's just a pedestal in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
What if it needs more than one person to stand on it?
Perhaps.
Can it fit more than one person on it?
I mean, it's a large pedestal, taking about like, you know, a 15 by 15 square foot area.
Let's all get on it.
Yeah. Does anything happen as Emmeline and Valerie walk onto it?
Doesn't appear to be.
Yeah. Is it investigate? Does there appear to? Are there any mechanisms or?
I'm gonna let y'all discuss this.
I'm
Take
losing
that
my
away for
mind.
just a moment.
We're all on the pedestal.
Everyone except for Renatus.
Radiance.
Renatus,
Oh,
Summon your echo.
risen.
come over here.
Do we have to like pray to a god? Or...
I was thinking
Renatus,
that,
are you risen from a god? Might not be about me.
I mean, I'm a goddess, but
I feel like you.
that's more like personal perspective than reality.
I mean,
Wait,
a
yeah,
goddess
does anything
duty,
happen?
yes.
Oh wait, DM's gone.
Wait, what if I put the special cream on it?
I
don't want the pedestal to get excited.
Well, it would do something.
What if we just blow up the door?
I could
Blow up the door.
try putting these charms on it. Maybe I don't know how this works. He pulls like 2 charms on a necklace off of his neck.
I mean, you was told to bring me here. Surely you have a way to get in, no?
I just told you the way to get in. The radiance of a god risen shall show the path. I guess that's what it says there, but it's what I overheard.
Are we talking about the bloody rising sun?
I'm gonna summon my echo just to see what happens.
Maybe that's actually a good one.
That was out of character.
The god risen, the rising sun.
Yeah, the god risen, the radiance. Yeah, that kind of lines up the sunrise, sunlight, maybe.
So we have to wait till tomorrow.
I guess.
Okay.
Damn.
Or nighttime. Maybe the reflection from the moon.
Well,
might-
you'd say the moons do reflect.
The moons are also goddesses.
The god risen equals.
I can definitely direct the moon onto this thing.
Sorry, you can.
What?
You're just going to make Krasna do what you want? It's also said by God specifically. So, I mean, the question is, we either have to wait until the morning and the path will be revealed by the rising sun of Elnor, because there is only one sun, we can't rely on Silnor. Or we hope that the correct moon, which of the goddesses is the bride of Elnor? Do you remember? I'm not very good on my god stuff.
Krasna, I believe.
Is it Krasna? I thought Krasna was Krasna, not Silnor?
Religion.
Check.
No, yeah. Yeah, Krasna's the widow.
Yeah. Religion. I rolled a number that is 19.
This is a very weird way to play D&D.
It's actually really cool.
Through text message.
So, we're going to... Nima is the god of Elnor, is the wife of Elnor, so... Do we know... we either wait until the sun rises in the morning, or we check to see if a path is revealed when Nima rises, reflecting the moonlight, the light of Elnor.
The moon will come first now, before the rise, so...
Babe, so we're gonna find out either way, is what we're saying.
We could just try both.
What time is it now?
It was getting late.
It was dusk, wasn't it?
Do we see any markings that you might that you might see that would indicate the gods there, Crown? Because you seem to at least understand these markings. But
no.
Anyways, we need to set up camp. If this is about time, the first watch, each watch will watch to see if there's any reaction on the temple, and if nothing happens during the night, then in the morning we will keep a close watch for the rising sun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosada will put his charms of holy symbols back onto his neck and tuck them into his scarf.
Also, a note for us. We need to buy tents, huh?
How much are tents?
I assume that they're like 100 gold each or something. Valerie having no idea, never buying a tent in her life.
Seems like... Sure.
A tent of leaves? I know how to make those.
I prefer like a tent with like like a little bed and
A bit more coverage than leaves.
like silk inside, very comfortable, and then you fold it up and it just like fits in your pocket. Doesn't take up any space. Like
Natus wants to try to make a covering for everyone. Because he forgot he could do something about that.
Oh,
nice.
Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Didn't even have to do the thing.
I was told a story once of a group that killed an owlbear and then stayed the night in its corpse. It was.
So you made this thing out of branches.
Yep.
Huh. You could have done that last night, huh?
I don't know. I just suddenly remembered how to do that. I don't know where I learned that.
And it seems you suddenly got your voice back as well.
Listen, he's just not a very talkative man. He's got a lot on his mind. You just don't mess with him, you know. You just.
As I've said before, I speak only when.
Yeah. Speak only when it's necessary.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the party gathers at the light of either the moons or the sun. Upon rising, will open the way ahead. So you all decide to set up a camp.
And have moon and sun watching parties, which Valerie's going to recommend that the last watch needs to stare directly into the sun as it rises, or they will miss the hint.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. There is a definitely a GIF of the President of the United States doing that. Yeah.
You do that.
You do that. So as the moon begins to rise, the moons begin to rise. Nima and Krasna. Shut up. It's my world. I can call them whatever I want. As Cram stands on the pedestal, it's glowing. The light shines on the door, and nothing happens.
All right. Well, I guess with that.
Guess we gotta wait for the sun to rise.
So indeed, the door said by the radiance of the god risen, god, not goddesses. So that would refer to the suns. And now it's just a sun. So through the various watches of the night, nothing special appears to happen. Soon enough, the sun begins to rise. Cram, what are you doing during this time?
He's kind of just sat, like, meditating, I guess. He's not really doing a lot in particular.
Are you on the pedestal?
Yeah, like in the middle.
Okay. So as the sun begins to rise and its light begins to shine on the door, the runes inscribed onto the door begin to glow with a bright green light. As this happens, the roots that make up the wooden parts of Cram's body begin to grow and find themselves into these slots within the pedestal itself. You hear the sound of things clicking and gears grinding. And as this begins to happen, the sun begins to shine onto the door. Something happens. The runes begin to glow red. A chime begins to ring out. And the door begins to shake and shudder. And as it opens, standing behind it those are the treetops, by the way. Is a massive golem made of wood and stone, very similar in the design of Cram.
Cram, it's your dad.
What? Thank you.
Daddy!
Glowing, its eyes
so
glow
long.
with the same red light to reflect the runes around Cram and the door itself.
Did he finally get the
And
milk?
We'll start with initiative, as what happens next is a story for another time.
Wait, can you even see us?
He doesn't have a head.
So no head?
He has a head, it's right there on the front.
It's like in his belly.
Oh, it's so cute. He's adorable.
Except he is a 10-foot tall stone golem.
What? It's Cram's dad.
So it's a Reggie Rock.
One mom. It might be my
I
mom.
was gonna say, how do we not know it's his
I want
mum?
you to take like 8 psychic damage right now, Renatus. So everybody, that's where we're gonna end tonight's session, as we're gonna continue on with the story next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/lichsouls. Starting off with an initiative. How exciting, how wonderful. As we got a little bit of a weird thing about what's going on with Cram. Some background information on Naoki, a possible quest path for Valerie, and more. So,
and some smut.
It's 17
Yeah.
without some smut here and there. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on over to Rosad.
Yeah, what a wonderful session. We got to see some, I wouldn't say familiar faces, but some faces that connect to members of the old party from Campaign 2. And we get to see the man that Zulkifli II has turned into, which is very, very cool. Also, I mean, personally, seeing one of the groves of my character is awesome. And I can't wait to run into more if our path takes us that way. But yeah, wonderful session, good RP, and can't wait to see how this fight happens. It kind of sucks that Rosad's at the front right now.
Right?
That's fine.
Yeah, it might not be a fight. The big hulking golem is walking up to us to take our hats like a weenie.
They could have run to her as well.
May I take your
Winnie
hat,
Hut
sir?
General!
May I
There's
take
only-
your hat, sir?
There's only two
May I
hats.
take your hat?
He might run and give Cram a hug and just be like, "Wow, my
Pass it
son."
along.
My son.
Yeah, I'll pass it over
My
to
boy.
Quinn, aka Renatus.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Interesting session. A lot of got a little bit of character development going on. Renatus still not saying much, but he's a man of few words. But yeah, overall good session. But of course, when it comes to sessions, you can't have a good session without great role players. So thank you to all of our wonderful role players, and thank you to everyone who was chatting up in chat tonight, and thank you to our wonderful DM Michael, story together for us and bringing us together each and every week here on twitch.tv/lichsouls. Key,
Yeah.
why don't you take it?
It's amazing. I think you say more in your recap than you do in your session. Yeah.
That's all going on in his head, so it's fine.
It's an interesting session. It was lots of, like, I think this is the most we learned about Naoki and Talia since their introduction, which was really nice. See a little bit of the sassy side of Valerie, which isn't a big surprise, and she now has some more tricks up her sleeves to heal you or excite you. But yeah, it was a good session, lots of fun. I'm happy to see people get a chance to start to explore more of their backstories and maybe find some future adventures. And we found, Cram's mom, uncle, dad. All I know is that baby Cram's going to be getting a slap from Big Daddy.
Whoa.
So just
Whoa.
let that marinate for a bit as I pass it on to Josh, who's playing Cram.
Yeah, wow. My dad's here. Or my mum. We'll have to use the cream and then see what happens, and I'm sure we'll find out from that, But no, really fun session today. Some good RP moments, some good moments there with Naoki and his father figure, I guess. Got some good backstory stuff with other characters. Excited to explore my backstory maybe a little bit with what's going on here. Yeah, hopefully we don't die. I also hope I'm not stuck in this little cave thing pedestal. But no, thank you to Michael, thank you to the players. Excited for next week, but with that I'll pass it on to Naoki, played by Isaac.
Oh, it was really fun this session. Being able to explore his character and then also being able to meet like previous characters and like having that whole establishment kind of like branching into this campaign. That was really exciting. I'm curious to see what's going on with Cram as he becomes a tree. And his big tree daddy in front of us is about to lay waste to us. I'm guessing it can see us, question mark?
Why would it not be able to see you?
My orb, my sphere.
That just gives you a +5 to your stealth. It doesn't make you invisible.
Yeah, it just makes any like light from a campfire invisible.
No, it says an invisible 30-foot radius sphere of magic appears.
The sphere is invisible, not us.
You can't see me.
I think that hiding under your blankets rules should just actually work. Like,
yeah, if I can't see them, they can't see me.
Attacks us in the camp. We just like go in our sleeping bags, like can't see me, can't see me.
Exactly.
I love Naoki.
Wow, with that embarrassing thing out the way, here you go, Talia. Played by Megan.
Or is it?
I'm not even sure what else to add. I don't really know what else to add to that. It was very fun, very quick shopping session where the man just didn't want to tell us how much things cost on the first ask. But it was just like, oh yeah, how much is it going to be? And then it was just a long-winded sentence about something else. And it's like, yeah, interesting. Okay. Smut. I love smut. we should. Me and Valerie should have bought smut books.
Yeah, they definitely spent their watch just like the three ladies reading this book together.
Swooning over the main character.
But reading it out loud so that Renatus can just be slowly becoming more and more uncomfortable.
Nice.
These ladies were just giggling over this like orc.
Yeah, just giggling, kicking our feet, just being like, maybe you could join us.
I'm not becoming a smut author just to give you guys smut in the D&D campaign.
Aw, what if Cram's dad's like
I'm incredibly
awesome.
weak and feeble, but wait, I'm the strongest dragon in the world.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so weak, but here comes Cram's dad to save me.
Oh, whoa! Just riz my dad up, man.
What a way to end.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna pass it back now. This is
absolutely fantastic. I loved being part of the session tonight. It was fantastic to show you all my wares and Grey Gold's general goods. Come back and see our new rewards program. Anyway, everybody, thanks so much for being a part of tonight's session. I appreciate you all, and thanks to the audience for tuning in this evening. Don't forget that we'll be live next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/literals, but you can catch us live through other sessions throughout the week, such as we play things like Dead by Daylight, Stardew Valley, and more. Sea of Thieves Season 15 is coming out pretty soon as well, so we're gonna be looking into all that. We have just 5 more sessions before a 3-week break, and you always know how I like to leave sessions right before a big break. So tune in next week as we continue on this story and continue to expand on the lore of this world that I have built.
Yeah, and keep talking about Cram Stone Daddy's Riz.
And with that, I have nothing else to say other than bye.
Bye.